Roger, great to be back in Dubai. You've won here 5 times. I mean, is this going to be the 6th?
Hope so. It's been again a couple of years since I've won here, but it was a good one when I beat Murray here in the finals, and I ended up winning Wimbledon that year as well in 2012. So who knows? Could be a repeat, but last year was a bit of a pity. I think I lost in the semis with match points against Berdych. So this has been a good hunting ground for me. Hope again this year.
Okay. It must be. Sorry, just look at my track. You had a lot of back injuries last year, didn't you? Which have been well documented. But I believe you started playing with a new racket, a bigger headed racket, and you're working with Stefan as well. I mean, obviously Novak started to work with Boris, and Andy's working with Ivan.
Right.
It seems to be a popular thing amongst the top 4.
Well, I mean, for me, there's been a lot of things happening the last few months, really. Trying to get back in shape, trying to become confident with my movement again on court. I did change my racket. I was trying a few things out there. I'm very happy I'm not thinking about that anymore, so I've been able really to move ahead with that, not thinking about it. So it's really positive, and I love the racket. With Stefan, it was just after stopping with Paul Annacone, clearly I continued with Severin Luthi, my coach, who's been with me for 7 years now. But I just thought maybe he could add something very inspiring, and I called up Stefan Edberg and asked him if he had any time, a few weeks here and there, is there anything he was ever going to consider doing. And I didn't think he was going to, because he's been out of the game for some time, but I know he's been very busy playing tennis himself to keep himself in shape. So I was very excited when he said he was going to consider, and he did spend 2 weeks with me in Australia, which was super exciting, just hearing him speak, his opinions about the game, how I should play, about the other guys' play. And so now we just, been in full training with Severin, Luthi, my coach, and just making sure I stay in good shape and start the season well, which has been the case so far.
Any special insights you could share with us that Stefan's given you?
Well, we're still kind of getting to know each other a little bit. He still wants to catch up on seeing all the best guys play, and just the game of today, how are the points being constructed and all that kind of stuff. Other than that, from him, he likes me to play aggressive and come to the net and play the right way. Clearly, it's also a matter of confidence, and if he speaks to me and says nice things to me, or I want to work with him that he tells me the truth, what he really thinks. It could be little things, but those little things can make a huge difference in your confidence as well. That's kind of what I'm looking forward to as well.
The Big Four's been well established over the last few years. But Stan's victory in Australia, I mean, you're a great friend. I mean, that must have changed things quite considerably in what pressure the other guys are going to bring to the top guys now.
Well, I mean, I think it's great for that switch, in the rankings in particular. Murray and me are not in the top 4 anymore, so that's going to drive us, into different directions of the draw as well. Gives Stan and maybe Federer or Del Potro, who's going to be in the top 4, a different type of draw to look at. With Nadal and Djokovic, it's still the same thing, so they're away from each other in the draw. But I think that's where we can really look into into the tournaments are going to be played out differently this time around. Could be easier sometimes, could be harder to win them than in previous years, but I definitely believe that more players are believing in themselves now, which is nice to see, because there were times where I just felt like they were not even believing that they could really do it. They believed that they could maybe upset a guy here and there, but not actually win the tournament. So maybe that's changed around with Stan's win at the Australian Open, who I couldn't have been more happy for, because he's worked extremely hard to get it.